Hello, welcome to Janine Sews. I'm participating in the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge for 2024, and like the Great British Sewing Bee, there are 3 components to the challenge. This is part 2, which is the Transformation Challenge. I have to make something from something else. And this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to record myself as I do the challenge. And I have no idea if this is going to be successful or not. So we're all going to find out together. Just a very quick recap before we dive into this. Like the Great British Sewing Bee, the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge has 3 challenges. The first one was the Pattern Challenge, which was in July, and I made the Marilla Walker Nautilus top, which is linked up here. This part 2, is the Transformation Challenge. Making something from other things that were maybe not originally intended to become whatever it is you're making. So using a shower curtain to make a dress. We're not doing anything quite that radical here. We started with the list of transformation challenges that were in the 2024 season of the Great British Sewing Bee, the 10th series. It's not available yet in Canada, so I got the list from the people in the UK. And I went off to a charity shop because I didn't have anything here that was going to work. And I looked around first for maybe pieces of sportswear, because that was one of the challenges. Take a bunch of pieces of sportswear and make something else. Another challenge, potential challenge, was to take a couple of men's checked / plaid shirts and make a summer garment. I knew I wouldn't wear something like that. Or find several pieces that were the same color and turn them into something else. Didn't find anything that matched that. What I finally decided to transform was a coat or jacket into a bag. They had some coats in the charity shop that I thought would be fabulous for a bag. But where I live, we need coats. And I know that there are people here, given the state of the economy in the whole world, there were some beautiful coats, and I didn't think that it was right for me to take a coat that somebody could wear to actually stay warm and turn it into a handbag just because. So I did find a jacket that I don't think would be robbing anyone of winter warmth, and I bought it for $10 Canadian, and I'm going to turn this particular jacket into a handbag. This is going to be a different video, as I said earlier, because I'm going to record myself as I actually go through this. I am going to try to do this all in one sitting. I will have snippets of what I'm doing, and I'm going to string them all together. And hopefully at the end of, well, I've kind of thought 3 hours. Hopefully at the end of 3 hours, I have something that's usable. If I don't, I'm going to show you my non-usable item. Because if I was actually on the bee, I wouldn't have any choice. I wouldn't get to start over again. This isn't going to be a super long video. I'm going to try to compress this down to under 30 minutes. But let's see what happens. Here's what we're starting with. This is a lady's dress jacket. It has a zipper with a nice leather toggle on the front. It's fully lined. It's got zipped welt pockets, and it's got zippers on the sleeves. It is polyester, I think. Polyrayon spandex. So, it has princess seams with a dart here. It's got seaming on the sleeve that I have to be concerned about, and it's got all kinds of seams in the back. The idea is, so my first thought was to make sort of a rounded purse, but I could also make a rectangular shaped purse. I will use the zipper here, which I am hoping is sturdy enough. I'll use this zipper for the top zip. Then I think I'm going to use the sleeve here, and this is going to be a pocket in the front. And I may use one of the welt pockets in the back. So now I am going to sketch out I'm going to use chalk and just kind of sketch out what I think I'm going to do on this. Here we go. We're going to start cutting. I am cutting the front zipper out so that it can be the top zipper opening band. So this will be the top of the bag. Won't be this long. I don't know how long it'll be yet. Okay. I think these would be nice for the front piece. So I'm going to try this. Now with that, I'll have to, okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute. If I make the bag 8 inches high, I've decided this is going to be a rectangular bag. Front and back. That's not even. I've got to fix this. It's not straight at all. So I've got to fix this. So front and back pieces, I've just basted the lining so that they don't move around too much. Now I've thought about, I'd cut out this sleeve piece to use as a pocket. And if I lay this on, say, the back, and I've got the zipper opening here. Let's see if I can get the light a little bit better on that. I'll just hold that there. So there's the zipper opening. It's going to be really kind of awkward, and my phone won't fit in it. So the other option is to take this piece here, and this is the front side welt pocket, and I could simply use that for that piece instead. And will the phone fit in there? No, but keys will. I'm now thinking that this is what I will use for the back piece instead. So I'm going to cut this. Okay, so I have either the front or the back, those two pieces ready, and so the zipper will go on top, which means I need to figure out what I'm going to use to go around the sides to give it some depth, because I want it to be like a box, and a strap. And do I need a little pocket inside? And am I going to add any trim? Because honestly, this seems a little boring. And I wonder, I don't know about that. I don't think I like that. So I'm going to see if I have any black ribbon somewhere that could be added to this. I need to make straps, and I need to make the sides of the boxes. So I'm just going to start cutting and create strips of the main fabric. Okay, I had a little break for lunch and I'm back now, and I'm about to put together the box sides, and I'm hoping I remember how to do this. I think just trying to remember how no, I've done this wrong. So I cut just one strip of black lining from some black lining that I have in hand, and I'm going to stitch these together. I'm going to use the serger because it's going to be easiest and fastest, and then I can start putting the bag together. I still have to cut pieces for the strap. Okay, I've just serged this together. This is the side piece, the side of the box, and now I will serge this. And on the inside of the bag, it's going to be serged like this. I'm not going to try doing a lining separately. This will be fine. For the zipper, where is the zipper? Here it is. So here's the zipper piece, and this is a trick that I learned making bags a few times. Most recently, I made the Uh-Oh Louis bag. You take the zipper panel and you just stitch it on, and then it becomes the top. Now, my zipper panel needs to be the same width as the sides of the boxes for this to be tidy. So I have to cut this to 2.5 inches wide because that was the size of my side panels. So let's cut this first. Okay, so this is the right width now. You will notice I have not cut this because I don't want to do one of my usual screw-ups and cut off the top of the zipper. So we're going to attach this. The one end is beautifully done. So that is going to go on here. Let's see here. That's the front. Okay, I think this is the way it should go. So I have stitched the one side of the zipper, and this is how the zipper will open. And now I will stitch this side of the zipper to the back of the bag. Okay, I've stitched the zipper on, so this is the top, front, and back. Now what I didn't consider is this is the side panel, and this is a raw edge, and this is going to be side underneath the zipper. And I didn't think about how I was going to finish that, so I'm just going to sew a strip on there and fold it under, so that's finished. And I have to do that on both sides. And I also have to decide how I'm going to treat the other end of the zipper, the end that I cut off, so that has a raw edge. It is 3 hours and 40 minutes since I started, and my bag is done. I said I was only going to spend 3 hours, but I did stop and make myself lunch, throw a couple of loads of laundry in, fold some towels. My bag is done. So, without further ado, here it is. This is the front of it. I used the welt pocket from the front of the jacket and just used that as the front piece, so I've got a nice little pocket there. It isn't big enough for a phone, but it is big enough for keys or tissue or something like that. The back is plain, but I tried to align the seam from all the various seaming on the jacket. It is supposed to be a box. It's not quite boxy enough for me. The inside is simply serged. No bagging out of linings or anything like that. You don't bag out a lining. I just serged it. No hand stitching at all involved in this. For the strap, because I just couldn't make the fabric I had left work. There's so many seams on this. I didn't think that the strap was going to be comfortable or attractive or very durable. I used a piece of ribbon and attached it with D-rings. This is a fairly lightweight bag, so this ribbon will be able to handle it. What do I like? I like this pocket. I like the little strips of leather on both of the zippers. I like that I was able to use the front zipper from the jacket to be the zipper on the bag. I like the fabric. Mistakes. Well, the biggest mistake is whatever I did here at the end, because these two ends of the zipper match up beautifully until you open up the sides, and then one side is shorter than the other. I need to go back and rethink some geometry there. No one will notice, right? I also did not measure right. One side, the D-ring is stitched so that the top of the D-ring is at a certain point. On the other side, I don't know what I did. I was rushing because I wanted to get this done. What I would do differently. Well, first, let me just state that I think this is a great way to make a bag. Find something like a jacket that has some pockets, that has the zippers, and turn it into a bag because it's got so many of the components that you already need. Next time, I would pick a jacket that doesn't have so many seams so that I would be able to make better use of the fabric. And I would interface the heck out of this thing because this is real floppy and soft. It'll be fine, but it won't be especially durable, so it does need some interfacing. Of course, I'd figure out what the heck I did here. And I would probably put, if I was able, I would put another pocket in the back, something that's big enough for a phone. And of course, with some interfacing, it would be better able to handle a phone. Let me stand up and put this on so you can see it. Here it is. Let's move the camera back. So there's the little zipper pocket, and that is an actual lined pocket. And it's just going to be nice for a little bit shopping, things like that. And I have fabric all over me, fabric fibers all over me. So this was my transformation challenge for the Busy Bee Sewing Challenge. Challenge number 2. I've really enjoyed having a challenge where there was a time limit because, like many of us, I procrastinate and I get sidetracked, either watching YouTube videos or on my phone. And it was good to just set all of that aside for a few hours and say, you're only sewing, you are going to get this done, period. You're not going to set it aside and come back later tonight. You're going to get it done. And I did get it done. I have great appreciation for the people who do these challenges. More appreciation now, especially when you have to be super creative. And some of the challenges on the Bee, they only have 75 minutes. And if you make a mistake, what do? You have to be able to think so quickly. So those who do it in much less time under much more stringent circumstances, I am in awe of you. The third and final challenge is the Made to Measure challenge, and we will all be posting that on September 25th. I have my fabric, I have my pattern, and I'll be starting on that soon because it's the Made to Measure challenge, so I want it to be done right. And I want to take my time. Unlike this one, I want to take my time with that. It's going to be a dress that I'm making. I hope that you will check out the videos from the other 7 Bs. They're all linked down below, and you can also find everyone on Instagram. So challenge number 2 completed, a big old check mark on my list for the month of August. I hope this was enjoyable for you to watch, and I also truly hope that all the video turned out well, because there's no going back. The jacket is gone. There are just some scraps sitting on my table, so I can't go back. So my fingers are crossed that this worked out right. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in September for round 3, and certainly before then with some other projects. Take care, and I'll see you soon.